2026 is almost here, and Konami has already decided, excuse me, has already decided to unveil the newest core set for 2026. And that set is known as Blazing Dominion, which honestly might just be the set that will break the meta going into 2026, because there are so many different expectations that we can have with this set. For one, we already know that we're going to be getting new cards that will be related to the animated short series, Yu-Gi-Oh card game, The Chronicles, which I'm sure a lot of us have been watching on YouTube, of course. And we're also going to be getting new support for archetypes that many people would believe doesn't deserve new support, but there are others that believe that those archetypes deserve that those archetypes actually need new support. So with that in mind, let's talk about the expectations, because when you look at the Chronicles animated short series, obviously we could potentially be getting some news. We could potentially get some new Sky Striker support. We could get some new Dogmatica support, new Albaz support. We could also potentially see new support for the Charmers. At this point, we could literally get new support for anything from that entire line, which is possible, but we'll have to wait and see, because obviously this set will not be released in the OCG until the end of the month. January 25th will be its official release date, and there are so many archetypes that definitely deserve new support. Like for one, when you think of Blazing Dominion, you gotta think about Blazing Vortex, which was excuse me, which was actually the set that first introduced us to the Springans archetype, which was actually a very versatile archetype, especially in Tri Brigade Zoo. It was a pretty sick deck using the Spriggans support. It was pretty solid. We could potentially get some new Ashen support. We could potentially get some new Red Eyes support, which I know that it's something that everybody's been clamoring for years now. For Red Eyes to get new support that desperately need it, because unfortunately Red Eyes, it's not even that good. Even if you mix it with the pre-made cards like they've done with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, Red Eyes isn't nearly as powerful as Blue Eyes, because of the fact that Blue Eyes ended up getting more support in this. I'll show you guys here in a second. In this right here, the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck, which I did do an opening on earlier this year, and my Blue Eyes deck actually uses up most of the cards from this very structured deck, including obviously Blue Eyes, Jet Dragon, Dragon Spirit of White. No, actually no. Sage, Master, Nib, Ash, Valor, just to name some of them. And if I'm being honest, this was exactly what what the Blue Eyes archetype really needed. It really needed support that actually made the deck meta. And funny enough, Blue Eyes has become arguably one of the best decks in the format, aside from like what Yummy and I think Ryziel. Even with the ban list that we had several months ago, it's still, those two decks are still just too damn powerful. Like it's like once you see Yummy Surprise, and once you see exit exit Ryziel and Ice Ryziel, you know damn well you're just gonna lose. You just straight up lose, because both those decks can have their end boards put up like what, 5, 6, 7, what, 8 negates, 3 disruptions. Kind of bad, kind of bad. And apparently people believe that Red Eyes should get its own structure again. While I do agree with that assessment, I feel like it's better to have it in a core set like Blazing Dominion, strictly because of the fact that Clash Rebellion back in 2015 was the set that gave us new Red Eye support, including Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon, which obviously you guys remember. This Ghost Rare actually came from Clash of Rebellion as well. But again, guys, quick disclaimer. Again, I am selling both of these. They may be both PSA 7, but this one is Pop 1. So if you guys are interested in buying them, be sure to hit me up on my Instagram. My ad will be in the description below. But with that being said, there are other archetypes that we could potentially see get new support. Like Red Dragon Archfiend could potentially get some new support. We could potentially see some new Infernities. Maybe some new Battling Boxers, which would be kind of dumb. Um, but here's the thing, right? Like when you think of the word blazing, you think of decks. You think of archetypes like Battling Boxer, Volcanics, um, Salad, Salmongrate, or is it Salmon, or I don't know. We call it Salad for some dumb reason. New support for some fire based archetype, like maybe Rescue Ace perhaps. And then when you think of Dominion, Monarchs perhaps. Um, but also too, we could also potentially see some new armed dragon support, mainly because of the fact that um with Blazing Vortex gave us new armed dragon support. So I feel, so people believe that it would only be right for that archetype to be added to Blazing Dominion. And honestly, it's possible. It is very possible. But also too, when you think of Dominion, we could also potentially see some new Dark Magician support, new Legacy support for potentially excuse me, for the Egyptian gods maybe. Honestly, literally anything can happen. Anything can happen. We can even also um see some new Testina support as well, which would be, which I think personally, I think getting new Tistina support would probably make more sense than getting new Monarch support, because the Monarchs, they don't need any more support than they already have it now. Because when you really think about it, Monarch Mitsurugi, think about that. Monarch Mitsurugi is by far one of the most degenerate decks you will ever see, because not only can that deck lock you out of the extra with the field spell, but if you add the Mitsurugi ritual spell, even if you ash the ritual spell, they can still combo to where they would still be able to summon out rituals and then just go for and then just summon out big guys to force to just literally just like be like, you know what, you get to do nothing. So honestly, I think getting new to Steam support would probably be the correct option. But at this point, honestly, at this point, anything can happen. Anything can happen. No one really knows for sure what we can expect with this set, but I can tell you that this set is definitely gonna be one of the most unique sets of the format, because again, you never know. You never know. But there are several other archetypes I would love to see get new support, including potentially some new potentially new 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 Cyber Dragon support, which would be pretty interesting. Maybe some more new Yubel support, which would be cool. But if we're all being realistic, it would most likely have to be either the Armed Dragons or the Tistinas. One or the other that will be the headliner for this set. But if we're talking as well new archetypes, because we get new archetypes every single booster set that we get, whether it's a core set, a deck build set, or even also a set like or a set like what you call it, Maze of Memories, Maze of Millennia, Maze of the Master, which we are getting a new Maze set. But by the way, I believe it is being called Maze of the Muertos, which I believe it's supposed to be I think Muertos is supposed to be the dead, I think, in Spanish. I don't remember. Yeah, I thought so. So Maze of the Muertos, which Muertos in Spanish means dead, which is actually which is pretty disturbing. But but that set is going to be getting released in the TCG sometime next year, which that one is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be next year. I don't remember. But I will be talking about that set in a future video, so be sure to get ready for that. But as far as Blazing Dominion goes, I can honestly say that we're going to be in for a hell of a 2026. Once we have an idea of what the first batch of cards will be in that set, I can guarantee you that set is going to either change the meta or do absolutely nothing to the meta. Oh, we will just have to wait and see. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more Yu-Gi-Oh topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.